What's going on, guys? Vascular in the review this time the Mezco Iron Man. So I'm just going back and reviewing stuff that I haven't had a chance to this year or the year before. I've just been kind of inactive on my channel. I'm trying to get back into YouTube. So we're going to look at Iron Man today. And I got this guy at a convention this year. He came out really cool. It's the title. Looks really cool. Got him on the side. Then here he is on the back. Awesome. And yeah, let's take a look at this guy. First, looking at his accessories, it comes with two repulsor hands, and these you can insert some repulsor beams in there. And then he comes with these, I guess you can consider these repulsor hands as well. These are a little more relaxed. And then it comes with two fists. The weapons really sell this figure for me. He comes with this repulsor beam. Really cool. And then, I don't know what you would call this. I think these are either missiles or bullets, but this looks really cool. And it attaches to his hip. And he comes with four of these actually. They can either be used as repulsor rays or so he can fly. And then this is probably one of my favorites. This is a missile that he launches from his wrist. That would focus, that'd be nice. And then he comes with two of these. I guess you consider these repulsor rays or flight boosters. But these are really cool. And it comes with a stand, just so you guys can see it. And it comes with a little bag, so you can put all your accessories in there. And it comes with a base, which is pretty cool. And here's a look at Iron Man. This figure is so cool, man. This is probably either my favorite Iron Man figure that I own in my collection in period, or one of them. This figure is so dope, man. So he has metallic parts, he has plastic parts, die cast. This guy is really, really nice. So first, starting off with this head sculpt. Changed up my camera view a little bit, just so you guys can get a better view. The head sculpt. Really, really clean. All the detail there. And this is obviously his classic armor, but it's modern. I mean, when I was a kid and I really started getting into Marvel Comics around like 8, I was like, man, how does Iron Man really move in this suit? I mean, it looks kind of like stiff, so they kind of modernized it. You know, I like that. That's really nice, man. And this actually comes off, which is a really nice touch. See Tony Stark. I know a lot of people were complaining that he does look a little high or drunk. I kind of agree. I think if they added a little more detail on the beard and maybe changed up his eyes, it would have looked a little better. But I do like the fact that they have some padding there, so when he puts on his mask, it's not like squishing his face. That's a really nice touch as well. And here is the mask. And there's actually a magnet inside. I'm going to get to that. But you can see he can, you know, his view thing, his viewfinder. They do that in the MCU all the time. I don't know what you call it exactly. That attaches like that. And this is obviously, you know, inspired by the MCU. I don't think he did that in the comics until, I don't think he ever did that in the comics until, you know, the MCU. Anyways, here is the chest plate. All the ports and everything. To the abs and everything. Looks really nice. And you got the sleeves. These are actual sleeves because they actually they went like this in the comics. They kind of like zipped up. So I call them sleeves, but I think they changed it a little bit for this figure. All this really, really cool detail. I'm going to get into all the weapons in a second. There's the legs. All the bolts and everything here. And the boots. These are really, really cool, man. And something that's really cool on this figure, usually you can get him for, right now on Amazon, I think it's like $65, but I got him for $85, and for $85, this is worth it in my opinion. He was $90 originally, but the chest lights up, and I mean that is really cool for me. Any action figure that lights up, in my opinion, I just get really like enamored by them. They're really cool, and for a character like Iron Man, I think it works. So now we're going to look at how the weapons attach. Let's start off with the repulsor ray. So this comes off like that. Then I try and be very careful around these spikes. I really don't want any of these to break, especially for 90 bucks. Well, I spent 85, but still don't want anything to break. That's how that looks. And in a second, I'll turn off the light so you can see it actually light up. It doesn't really do it, but I mean, just to show you guys. And then these I really don't want the plastic pieces on the end to like scrape off, so I don't really push it in there too far. Here's how that looks. And the hip pieces, I really like these ones. Let's see if that goes in. Yep, there's how that looks. Awesome. And then the flight boosters. Here's that. And then, like I said, these can be used either way as flight boosters, which looks pretty cool. Or if you have the hands, you can put that on there. So there's that. So just the left side or the right side, all the weapons. And here's a repulsor beam lit up. It's not by much, but it's still pretty cool. This tip doesn't really get lit up, but around here it's lit up pretty well. This guy has really nice articulation. So the head looks up, moves down, side to side, left and right, and moves. And then moves up and down, left and right for the neck. Kind of moves side to side, or moves back and forth, up and down. So with the bicep, double joint at the elbow, and this piece moves, and then the wrist moves, up and down, left and right, all that good stuff. There's a diaphragm joint, moves back pretty far. It doesn't really move forward too far. It's left and right. Now the thing about this figure, and I forgot to mention it earlier, around the red parts, I don't really try and like crunch it forward too much or leave it in any kind of position, because this cherry red metallic paint gets chipped pretty easily. You can see right there. I really don't want to do that. So when turning it side to side, I kind of do it a little bit. Same with the waist. It doesn't really move side to side, but it crunches forward pretty much. So you get a really nice deep crunch, and moves back pretty far, so you can get some really nice flight poses. It moves left and right as well. And like SH Figure Arts, the leg drops down, so you get better articulation for the legs. Back and forth to the side. So with the leg, double joint the knee, the boot moves, foot moves up and down. Here's an ankle pivot. And yeah, man, this is a really nice articulation for this figure. If you have the 80th anniversary Marvel Legends Tony Stark, then the head works pretty good on here. Doesn't really snap on there, but this was a big head anyways for the Marvel Legends one. And on the Mezco one, it's a little big, but it's not bad. Here he is next to some other Iron Man figures. These are my personal favorite. Here's the Bleeding Edge Iron Man. This came out in the Ironmonger wave. Then you got the 80th anniversary Iron Man. And I love how this guy came out. This guy's real buff and everything. He looks tall, so this is just a really nice figure. And then you got the Sentinel Armorized Iron Man. This guy is really nice. This guy is probably my favorite Iron Man figure. Even though that the pieces fall off real easily, these two are probably my favorite that I own. Here he is next to the Mezco Captain America, and I know that these guys don't match as far as costume wise, but he is shorter than Iron Man, which is good. And I mean, if you really wanted to, I'm sure you can fudge it, but it looks pretty decent. So yeah, man, that's gonna be my review for Iron Man. He came out really cool. If you can get him, I would highly recommend that you do. I'm sure he's on Big Bad Toy Store. I know he's on Amazon for a really good price right now, but if you can get him, definitely get him. Alright guys, thank you all for watching, and like I said, I'll be back on YouTube posting content as much as I can as far as weekly. I'm gonna try and shoot for 4 videos a week, but if I can't, I apologize. But feel free to follow me on Instagram, and I'll catch you later. Peace.
That's crispy.